The story begins after the collapse of Yugoslavia in the early 1990s, when ethnic nationalism surged following the death of Marshal Joseph Tito. Slovenia and Croatia declared independence in 1991, and in 1992, Bosnia and Herzegovina followed, with 99.7% people voting for independence in a referendum. However, Bosnian Serb leaders, backed by Serbia, rejected these results and launched a military campaign to seize Bosnian territory and create an ethnically Serb state. Though the Yugoslav army, called the JNA, formally withdrew in mid 1992, Serbia continued to provide arms, logistical support, and financial aid to the Bosnian Serb forces. For the next 3 years, under General Ratko Mladic and political leader Radovan Karadzic, Bosnian Serb forces carried out a campaign of terror, using ethnic cleansing, mass killings, and systematic attacks on civilians. Sarajevo endured a nearly 4 year siege, suffering relentless shelling and sniper fire. By the end of the war, at least 100,000 people had been killed. Approximately 75% of them were Bosnian civilians who were the Bosniak Muslims. In response to these crimes, the UN Security Council established the ICTY in order to prosecute war crimes committed in the former Yugoslavia. The worst atrocity, however, occurred in July 1995 in Srebrenica, a UN declared safe area. Despite the presence of the UN Protection Force, Bosnian Serb forces overran the enclave, forcibly separating men from women before systematically executing over 8,000 Bosniak men and boys. Thousands more, including women, children, and the elderly, were subjected to inhumane atrocities. It was the largest mass killing in Europe since World War II and was later ruled as genocide by both the ICJ and the ICTY in our case. As for the historical and cultural significance, the Bosnian War's brutality was rooted in centuries of ethnic and religious tensions in the Balkans, where the Muslims and the Orthodox Serbs coexisted but often clashed. By 1990s, the nationalist leaders in Serbia and Croatia sought to carve out ethnically homogeneous territories, while Bosnia's leadership fought to preserve its multi-ethnic unity. While this case is rooted in the Bosnian War, at its heart it's a story of genocide, a deliberate and systematic attempt to erase a people and the legal fight to hold a state accountable for it. A key Serbian nationalist objective was to eradicate the Bosniak Muslim presence, viewing them as the Ottoman descendants. The Srebrenica genocide was not just a military operation, it was a systematic and premeditated effort to exterminate Bosniak men and boys, ensuring that the Muslim population could never rebuild in the region. This was a clear violation of the Genocide Convention, which defines genocide as the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. Though the ICTY convicted Serbian leaders, many in Serbian political circles still challenge the genocide classification. Then comes the legal battle. Seeking justice, Bosnia filed a case against Serbia and Montenegro at the ICJ in 1993, accusing it of state responsibility for genocide under the Genocide Convention. This was no ordinary trial. Unlike war crime tribunals that prosecute individuals, this case sought to hold an entire state responsible for genocide. The case lasted 14 years, making it one of the longest and most complex in ICJ history. The key question was, did Serbia directly commit genocide in Bosnia, or was it simply supporting the perpetrators? In 2007, the ICJ delivered its final verdict.